But unfortunately, this was not possible due to circumstances caused by the pandemic situation, as you know. So nevertheless, we hope that we will be able to convey the results of the 200 SME Challenge project to you in a comprehensible and sustainable manner in the following approximately 3 hours in virtual format also. First of all, we are very pleased that we could win with Mr. Gassmann, the head of the Innovation Ecosystem Department at the European Innovation Council in the SME Executive Agency, for a keynote before Mr. Doppio from Hub Innovazione Trentino and Mr. Solini from the CERN Bruno Kessler will present us the core element of the project. Core element in form of the user experience challenge, short UX challenge, was also new territory for us at Steinbeis Europa Center. Although we have been organized an open innovation congress in the region for several years, sometimes with more than 1,000 participants. The concept, which has obviously been successfully tested for several years by the Hub Innovazione Trentino and implemented in Northern Italy, represents a completely new approach to living open innovation between young companies and startups on the one hand, and young users and academics on the other hand. As will be shown in a moment, the format was extremely well accepted by the participants. A rollout of the concept beyond the 7 partner countries would seem to be a logical next step from our perspective. Considering the obstacles and hurdles that had to be overcome in the past 2 years to achieve the project objectives, I think that all partners involved in the project can be proud of what has been achieved. We will hear more about this later during the testimonial roundtables, as I have seen on the agenda. I'm also very pleased that just in time for today's event, we have succeeded in summarizing the results, as Louis said, in summarizing the results and best practices in an UX Challenge playbook, which will be presented at the end of our meeting. So that's for the moment. I wish all participants an exciting and insightful morning. Use the time to network together, and let's stay in touch on the topic of innovation in the future, hopefully physically again. Because one thing is clear, only a Europe of innovations can contribute to mastering the great challenges that lie ahead. I will leave you with this and hand over to Mr. Mion, Head of Innovation and Techtransfer at Hub Innovazione Trentino.
Thank you, Robert. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you and good morning and welcome to everyone from me too, from Hub Innovazione Trentino. It's a great pleasure, of course, to close this project, which was really a great experience and a great example of how open innovation programs and these kind of formats can support us all actually in learning each other, how to better support our regional SMEs, and of course, to create the capacity to deliver value to innovation agencies and to companies in our regions. We at Hub Innovazione Trentino, we designed and implemented several open innovation programs involving companies in different sectors. And the UX challenge is one of actually the oldest challenge that we implemented. We started thinking about this 5-6 years ago. So we initially focused on B2C companies, but we soon moved to different scenarios where manufacturing companies actually can take a lot of benefit from open innovation programs in the context of UX. And this project demonstrates the importance of supporting manufacturing companies implementing effective interfaces to improve operations and value to to operators and to clients, etc. So in the recent years, we had a lot of experiences and satisfaction of participation. We run more or less 10 innovation challenges up to now, so involving more or less 50 companies only in our region, 300 students, and close to 100 mentors. So it's quite a good program, but of course we are still improving, and this project will make us more capable to do it better. We are also very happy to have this project because we are active in European projects, and we are also to some extent proud that see the European Commission in some way acknowledges the value of this project, leveraging the opportunity to implement RCT methodologies to assess and measure the impact of these programs to the companies and to real life companies and SMEs. And for us, it is a very important instrument because we are very much focused on technology transfer, and these kind of programs really allow us to promote the adoption of innovation and new technologies in different industrial sectors, especially for SMEs. So I would like to give to all of you a big thank you to all the partners of the project, in particular to Davide Azzolini from IRBAP, from Fondazione Bruno Kessler, for the great contribution, and I really look forward to collaborate with all of you again in other projects in the future, and not only necessarily in the framework of Horizon Europe, but also through other funds, including Interreg programs or other funds if available. So we are really open to that. A great thank to all the guests, especially to Daniel Gassman from EIC. So unfortunately, I cannot attend the whole meeting because I have other commitments, but I really wish you a great meeting, a successful follow-up to this project. And thank you all again for your friendship, your collaboration, and the great value that you provided to the project. So let's keep in touch on these topics. Nicola, also thank to you for making this happen, and maybe give you back the floor for the continuation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. So thank you to Luca and to Robert for our opening words.